Imagine this. You've decided to open your dream physical store. The vision is clear, the products are ready, and the excitement is bubbling over. But then reality hits. Suddenly you're faced with what seems like a never-ending list of decisions. Where should you set up shop? How do you design the store? What should your opening strategy be? Amidst all these choices, one critical question stands out. Who are your customers? Now, what if I told you that understanding exactly who your customers are is one of the biggest keys to your success? Without a clear picture of your target market, every other decision becomes a gamble. You could have the best products in the world, but if they don't resonate with the right people, your business could be in trouble before it even gets off the ground. In today's episode, we're going to demystify the process of identifying your target market. Whether you're in the early stages of planning your store or you're already up and running but struggling to attract the right customers, this episode is for you. We'll break down practical, beginner-friendly steps to help you pinpoint who your ideal customers are. And trust me, understanding this can be the difference between a thriving business and one that's barely surviving. Let me share a quick story to illustrate just how crucial this is. There was a small business owner who had a fantastic product line and a prime location. On paper, everything seemed perfect. But after a few months, they noticed the store wasn't gaining traction. Foot traffic was low and sales were even lower. They couldn't figure out what was going wrong until they took a step back and realized they hadn't truly identified who their target market was. This realization led to a pivotal change in their approach, which turned everything around. We'll dive into the details of this story later in the episode, but for now, know this. Understanding your target market is the foundation upon which every other business decision is built. Let's get started. In a world dominated by online shopping, it might seem surprising that brick-and-mortar businesses are experiencing a resurgence. But there's a reason why so many entrepreneurs are choosing to open physical stores despite the convenience of the digital marketplace. A brick-and-mortar store offers something that an online business simply can't: personal, face-to-face interaction with your customers. When customers walk into a physical store, they're not just buying a product, they're experiencing your brand. They can touch, see, and even smell your products in a way that's impossible online. This sensory experience builds a connection that can lead to loyalty and repeat business. A physical store gives you a tangible presence in your community. It's a place where locals can gather, where you can build relationships, and where you can become a recognized name in your area. This kind of community presence is priceless and can set you apart from competitors who only exist in the digital space. Another huge advantage of a physical store is the immediate feedback you receive from customers. You can see their reactions to your products in real time, ask them questions, and adjust your offerings based on their responses. This level of interaction provides insights that are hard to capture through online surveys or analytics. Now, let's revisit the business I mentioned earlier. Meet Sarah, a passionate entrepreneur who dreamed of opening a boutique bakery in her town. Sarah had always loved baking and knew she had a talent for it. She found the perfect location, invested in beautiful decor, and filled her shop with mouth-watering treats. But when she opened her doors, she was met with a harsh reality. Few customers were walking through them. Sarah couldn't understand why her bakery wasn't attracting the crowd she had envisioned. She had the skills, the products, and the passion, but something was missing. After several slow months, she realized that while she'd focused on perfecting her products, she hadn't spent enough time understanding who her ideal customers were. Sarah's initial struggles are not uncommon. Many business owners assume that just having a great product and a beautiful store will draw customers in. But as Sarah learned, without a clear understanding of who your target market is, you can end up offering the right product to the wrong people, or worse, having the right people never know you exist. This realization was the turning point for Sarah. Later, we'll explore how she turned things around by identifying and focusing on her target market. Before you even think about signing a lease or ordering inventory, there's one crucial step you can't afford to skip: understanding your target audience. This is the foundation upon which your entire business will be built. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of your business idea, but remember, it's not just about what you want to sell, It's about what your customers want to buy. Market research is the key to unlocking these insights. By diving deep into who your potential customers are, what they like, what they need, and how they behave, you can tailor your business to meet their expectations. This doesn't just help in attracting customers, it also sets you up for long term success by aligning your products and services with genuine market demand. So, how do you go about conducting this crucial market research? Fortunately, there are several free and accessible tools that can help you gather the information that you need. Firstly, Google Analytics. Even though it's typically used for online businesses, Google Analytics can provide valuable insights into customer behavior and preferences. You can look at the data from your website, if you have one, to see which products are generating the most interest or where your traffic is coming from. This can help you identify potential target markets. Secondly, social media insights. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram offer built-in analytics tools that allow you to see the demographics of your followers, the content that they engage with, and how they interact with your brand. This information can help you understand who your audience is and what they care about. Thirdly, local demographic data. Understanding the demographics of your local area is crucial for a brick-and-mortar store. Resources like the UK Office for National Statistics can provide detailed data on age, income, and consumer behaviour in your area. This can help you determine if there's enough demand for your product and how to position your store to meet that demand. One of the biggest mistakes new business owners make is assuming that everyone is their customer. This might sound like a positive, inclusive approach, but in reality, it's a recipe for disaster. When you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one. Consider the case of a home decor store that opened with the idea that they could cater to everyone in the community. They stocked a bit of everything, modern, rustic, vintage, but soon found that their inventory was a mishmash that didn't attract a specific audience. Sales were lackluster and they struggled to build a loyal customer base. After a few months, they realised their mistake and narrowed their focus to specialise in vintage and retro home decor. By targeting a more specific audience, they were able to build a strong, loyal customer base and saw their sales increase significantly. Let's return to Sarah, the bakery owner we introduced earlier. Initially, Sarah believed her bakery could cater to anyone who liked sweets. After all, who doesn't enjoy a good cake? But as the weeks went by, she noticed that her customers were few and far between. When she took a step back and began researching who was actually visiting her shop, she discovered that her location was in an area frequented by young professionals and health-conscious individuals. These were people who weren't necessarily looking for indulgent desserts, but rather healthier alternatives or gourmet artisan products. Armed with this new understanding, Sarah pivoted her offerings to include more health-conscious baked goods and positioned her bakery as a trendy spot for guilt-free indulgence. The result? A steady stream of customers who loved what she had to offer because it matched exactly what they were looking for. This shift didn't just save her business, it set her on a path to long-term success. Once you've done the hard work of researching your target market, the next step is to put all that valuable information into a solid business plan. A well-crafted business plan isn't just a formality, it's your roadmap to success, guiding every decision you make as you build your brick-and-mortar store. Start with market analysis. This section of your business plan should provide a clear overview of the industry you're entering, the current market trends, and most importantly, a detailed profile of your target market. This is where all the research you did earlier comes into play. You want to outline who your ideal customers are, what their needs and desires are, and how your business will meet those needs better than anyone else. Next, focus on customer personas. These are fictional but realistic representations of your ideal customers based on your research. For example, if you're opening a coffee shop in a busy urban area, one of your personas might be Urban Professional Pete, a 30-something office worker who stops in for his daily caffeine fix on the way to work. Defining these personas helps you to tailor your marketing messages, store layout, and product offerings to meet the specific needs of your core customer base. Don't forget competitive analysis. Identify who your main competitors are, what they're doing well, and where there are gaps in the market that your business can fill. Maybe there's a competitor down the street with a great selection of products, but poor customer service. Or perhaps there's a high-end store that overlooks budget-conscious shoppers. By identifying these gaps, you can position your business to stand out. With a clear understanding of your target market, you can now set specific, measurable, and achievable goals for your business. These objectives should be directly tied to the needs and behaviours of your target audience. For instance, if your market research shows that there's a high demand for eco-friendly products in your area, one of your objectives might be to offer a range of sustainable products and to market your store as the go-to destination for eco-conscious consumers. This could involve sourcing products from local suppliers, using sustainable packaging, and hosting workshops on environmental topics. Your business plan should also outline financial objectives. Based on your target market analysis, you can make much more accurate projections about how much revenue you expect to generate and what your profit margins will be. This is crucial for securing funding and for guiding your day-to-day operations. Let's circle back to Sarah, the bakery owner. After her initial struggles, Sarah realised she needed to revamp her business plan to better align with the insights she gained from her market research. She rewrote her market analysis to focus on the health-conscious young professionals in her area. Her customer personas evolved from a generic anyone who loves sweets to more specific profiles like Fitness Fiona, who visits the bakery for post-workout protein snacks, and gluten-free Greg, who's always on the lookout for delicious gluten-free treats. Sarah also revisited her competitive analysis. She noted that while there were other bakeries in the area, none of them specialised in health-focused options. This insight allowed her to position her bakery uniquely in the market. With this newfound clarity, Sarah set clear objectives to become the top choice for health-conscious baked goods in her city within the next year. She included measurable goals like increasing her weekly sales by 20% through targeted promotions and building a loyal customer base by launching a membership program. This revamped business plan didn't just give Sarah direction, it gave her confidence. With a clear understanding of who she was serving and how she could meet their needs better than anyone else, Sarah was no longer just running a bakery. She was building a brand that resonated deeply with her community. Starting a brick-and-mortar business in the UK involves several critical legal steps, and understanding your target market can significantly influence how you approach these requirements. Let's dive into the key legal considerations you need to be aware of as you bring your business to life. First, business registration is the initial step. In the UK, you'll need to register your business with the appropriate authorities, depending on your business structure. If you're a sole trader, the process is relatively simple, requiring you to register with HM Revenue and Customs for self-assessment. However, if you're setting up a limited company, you'll need to register with Companies House, which involves submitting details like your company name, directors, and registered office address. Understanding your target market can influence decisions here, especially when it comes to choosing a business name. Your business name should resonate with your target audience, reflecting the values and image you want to portray. For example, if you're targeting a younger, trendier demographic, your name might be more playful or edgy compared to a name that appeals to a more conservative, older market. Next, you need to consider licensing and permits. Depending on your type of business and location, you may need specific licenses to operate legally. For example, if you're opening a cafe or restaurant, you'll require food and safety licenses. If your store will be selling alcohol, you'll need a premises license and a personal license. Knowing your target market can help you determine what kind of licenses you'll need. If you're targeting a family-friendly crowd, you might not need an alcohol license, but you'll need to ensure your premises are safe and accessible for children. Location-specific permits can also come into play. If your research shows that your target market is concentrated in a particular area, relocating your business to be closer to them might require additional permits, such as planning permission for building alterations or a change of use permit if you're converting an existing space into a new type of business. Then there are customer-related compliance issues. If your target market includes individuals with specific needs, like accessibility for people with disabilities, you'll need to ensure your premises comply with the Equality Act 2010. This might involve installing ramps, providing accessible toilets, or ensuring your layout is easy to navigate. Ignoring these requirements not only puts you at risk of legal action, but also alienates a significant portion of your potential customer base. Finally, don't forget about insurance. Depending on your business type and market, you may need several types of insurance, such as public liability insurance, employer's liability insurance, or product liability insurance. Your target market can influence this as well. If you're catering to high-end customers, for example, you might want additional insurance to cover more expensive products or furnishings. Let's return to Sarah's story. After identifying her target market of health-conscious young professionals, she realized that her original store location wasn't ideal. Her customers were primarily concentrated in the city centre, near gyms and yoga studios. To better serve this market, Sarah decided to relocate her bakery closer to this hub of activity. However, this move wasn't without challenges. The new location required a change of use permit since the previous tenant had operated a retail store, not a food business. Sarah also had to secure a food safety license for the new premises, which involved passing a stringent health inspection. Additionally, because she wanted to ensure her bakery was accessible to all, Sarah invested in making her store compliant with the Equality Act by installing a ramp and ensuring her layout was wheelchair friendly. Navigating these legal requirements was daunting, but Sarah's commitment to serving her target market made the process worthwhile. By relocating and meeting all legal obligations, she not only reached her customers more effectively, but also established her business as a compliant, customer-centric brand. This move helped her bakery thrive in a competitive market, proving that understanding and adapting to your legal environment can significantly impact your business's success. Securing funding is a crucial step in bringing your brick-and-mortar business to life. Whether you're drawing from personal savings, applying for a loan, or seeking investors, having a clear understanding of your target market can significantly enhance your ability to secure the necessary funds. Let's explore a few common funding options. So the first one is personal savings. Many entrepreneurs start by investing their own money into their business. This option gives you full control and ownership, but it also involves significant personal risk. Understanding your target market can help you minimize that risk. If you've done your homework and know there's a strong demand for your product or service, you'll be more confident in investing your savings. The second one is loans. Business loans from banks or other financial institutions are another popular funding source. To secure a loan, you'll need to demonstrate that your business is viable and that you can repay the loan with interest. Here, understanding your target market is key. Banks will want to see that you've identified a solid customer base and that your business plan is built on realistic expectations. The more clearly you can demonstrate that there's a market for your product, the more likely you are to secure a loan. The third one is investors. Whether through angel investors, venture capital, or crowdfunding, securing investment requires you to convince others that your business is worth backing. Investors are particularly keen on businesses with a well-defined target market because it shows that you've done the necessary research to understand who your customers are and how you'll reach them. This reduces their risk and increases their confidence in your business. Once you've chosen your funding source, it's time to present your business plan. This is where understanding your target market really shines. Investors and lenders are looking for more than just a great idea. They want to know who you'll be selling to and how you plan to reach them. Here are a few tips for presenting your business plan effectively. Start by showcasing the research you've done on your target market. Include key statistics such as size of market, demographic details, and buying behaviours. This shows that you're not just guessing, your plans are based on real data. Go beyond general demographics by creating a detailed customer persona. Describe your ideal customer's lifestyle, values, and pain points. Show how your product or service directly addresses their needs. This personalization makes your business more relatable and convincing to investors. Use your understanding of the target market to illustrate the demand for your product. If you can show that there's a gap in the market or that your competitors aren't fully addressing customer needs, investors will be more likely to see the potential in your business. Tie your market research directly to your financial projections. For example, if you know that your target market spends a certain amount annually on products like yours, use this data to justify your revenue forecasts. This makes your financial projections more credible and grounded in reality. Returning to our story. After Sarah identified her target market of health-conscious young professionals, She knew she needed funding to relocate her bakery and expand her product line. Initially, Sarah struggled to secure a loan because the business plan was too generic. It didn't clearly define her market or demonstrate demand. However, after reworking her business plan to focus specifically on her well researched target market, everything changed. She developed a detailed customer persona, showcasing her target market's preference for organic, artisanal products, and she provided data on the growing trend of health conscious consumers in her area. Sarah linked this data to her financial projections, showing how her bakery could capture a significant share of this market. When she presented her revised plan to the bank, the response was overwhelmingly positive. The clarity with which she articulated her target market and the potential for growth convinced the bank to approve her loan. With the funding secured, Sarah was able to relocate her bakery, invest in new equipment, and successfully tap into her identified markets, driving her business to new heights. This illustrates the power of understanding your target market, not just in attracting customers, but in securing the funding necessary to turn your business dreams into reality. Once you've secured funding, it's time to find the perfect location for your brick-and-mortar business. Choosing the right premises is more than just finding an affordable space. It's about selecting a location that aligns with your target market and enhances your brand's visibility. Here are key factors to consider. Your store should be easily accessible to the customers that you want to attract. For example, if your target market is young professionals, consider locations near business districts, co-working spaces, or trendy neighbourhoods. On the other hand, if you're catering to families, look for areas with good schools, parks, and residential communities. Consider the amount of foot traffic in potential locations. High traffic areas can drive more spontaneous visits and increase brand visibility. However, these locations often come with higher rent, so weigh the potential benefits against the costs. Check out the competition in the area. While some level of competition can indicate a healthy market, too much could make it difficult for your business to stand out. Alternatively, a location with no competitors might suggest a gap in the market, but it's crucial to ensure that the lack of competition isn't due to low demand. Ensure your store is accessible to all customers, including those with disabilities. Easy parking, nearby public transport options, and clear signage can also make a big difference in attracting and retaining customers. Now that you've found the right location, it's time to focus on branding and interior design. Your store's appearance plays a crucial role in attracting your target market and creating a memorable shopping experience. Your branding should be consistent across all touch points, from your logo to your store signage and even your staff uniforms. This consistency builds trust and makes your brand easily recognizable. Ensure that your branding reflects the values and aesthetics that resonate with your target market. For instance, if you're targeting eco-conscious consumers, consider incorporating sustainable materials and earthy tones into your branding. The design of your store should speak directly to the preferences of your target customers. For example, if your target market is young, tech-savvy individuals, consider a modern, minimalist design with plenty of charging stations and interactive digital displays. If you're catering to families, create a welcoming environment with comfortable seating areas and a play space for children. The layout of your store should guide customers naturally through the space, encouraging them to explore and discover your products. Consider using strategic product placement, signage, and lighting to highlight key items and create an inviting atmosphere. Make sure the flow of the store is intuitive, with clear paths that lead customers from the entrance to the checkout. Don't forget to engage all 5 senses to create a memorable in-store experience. Use pleasant scents, background music, and tactile displays to enhance the shopping experience. Studies show that sensory engagement can increase the time customers spend in-store and boost sales. Returning to our business owner's journey. After Sarah secured funding for her bakery, she knew that simply having a storefront wasn't enough. She needed to make sure it resonated with her target market. Sarah had identified young, health-conscious professionals as her primary audience. With this in mind, she chose a location near a popular co-working space and a gym, ensuring that her bakery was in the heart of her target market's daily routine. Next, Sarah focused on transforming her store's interior to reflect the brand values that appealed to her audience. She opted for a clean, modern design with natural wood accents, green plants, and large windows that let in plenty of natural light, creating a fresh, inviting atmosphere. The branding was consistent throughout the store, with eco-friendly packaging, minimalist signage, and a colour palette that evoked health and wellness. Sarah also rethought the layout to encourage exploration, with a prominent display of her signature organic products near the entrance and cosy seating areas that invited customers to linger. She even added a smoothie bar that allowed customers to customize their drinks, further enhancing the sense of a personal connection with her brand. The results were immediate. Foot traffic increased as her store became a go-to spot for local professionals looking for healthy, convenient options. Customers not only appreciated the quality of her products, but also connected with the brand's values and the thoughtful design of the space. Sarah's success illustrates how crucial it is to align your premises, branding, and interior design with the needs and preferences of your target market. By creating a space that truly resonated with her audience, she transformed her store into a thriving business that stood out in a competitive market. Once your store is set up and ready to welcome customers, the next crucial step is getting the word out. Effective marketing and promotion are key to attracting your target market and driving foot traffic to your physical store. While it might seem tempting to rely solely on the visibility of your storefront, a multi-channel marketing approach is essential for success. Start with online marketing strategies. Use platforms like Instagram and Facebook to showcase your products, share customer testimonials, and engage with your audience. Paid ads targeting your specific demographic can also be highly effective. Ensure your store is listed on Google My Business. This helps local customers find you easily when searching for products or services like yours. Build an email list and send regular updates, promotions, and exclusive offers to keep your customers engaged. Don't overlook offline marketing. Consider placing ads in local newspapers, magazines, or community bulletins that your target market is likely to read. And that's the main point. They are likely to read. Sponsor local events, offer workshops, or partner with other businesses to increase your visibility and establish your brand in the community. A common misconception among brick-and-mortar business owners is that they don't need an online presence or targeted marketing. The truth is, even with a physical store, online visibility is crucial. Your customers are searching for information online before they visit, and targeted marketing ensures that you're reaching the right audience both digitally and locally. Sarah, the small business owner we've been following, learned this lesson firsthand. Initially, she relied on foot traffic alone, but when she started using social media ads and engaging with local online communities, her business saw a significant uptick in customers. By combining her physical presence with a strong online strategy, Sarah was able to attract her ideal customers and grow her business beyond her expectations. Starting a brick-and-mortar business is a journey that requires careful planning and a deep understanding of your target market. Let's quickly recap the key steps that we've discussed. Number 1, research and planning. Begin with thorough market research to identify who your customers are and what they need. This foundational step ensures that every other decision you make is aligned with your target market. Number 2 is your business plan. Craft a solid business plan that includes a detailed market analysis, clear objectives, and financial projections. This plan will be your roadmap guiding you through the setup and growth of your business. Number 3 is legal requirements. Navigate the legal steps necessary to establish your business, including registration, licenses, and compliance with regulations specific to your location and industry. Number 4, securing funding. Explore various funding options, from personal savings to loans and investors. A well-defined target market can significantly boost your chances of securing the necessary funding. Number 5, setting up the business. Choose a location that aligns with your target market and create a store environment that resonates with your audience through thoughtful branding and design. Number 6, marketing and promotion. Implement a comprehensive marketing strategy that includes both online and offline tactics to reach and engage your target customers effectively. The path to launching a successful brick-and-mortar business may seem daunting, but remember, every great journey begins with a single step. Whether you're at the very start of your planning or revisiting your business plan, now is the time to take action. Conduct your initial market research, draft your business plan, or simply start brainstorming ideas. Whatever your first step is, take it today. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to join our Bricks and Clicks Facebook group for ongoing support and to connect with fellow entrepreneurs. Have questions or need further guidance? Drop them in the comments below. We're here to help you on your journey to success. And of course, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode filled with practical tips and insights.